Hello guys, and welcome to another video. And earlier today, Nintendo made another announcement, and this was something that we actually already knew, since Pioro leaked it last week, but we weren't really sure what exactly it was gonna be. But the bird has spoken, and Nintendo World Championships NES Edition is real. And it actually looks pretty cool. I was kind of guessing that this was gonna be, like, kind of similar to what it ended up being, since this is actually pretty similar to NES Remix, which was like a short series that was on the Wii U and 3DS. It initially got like a couple eShop releases on the Wii U, then it got like a kind of like a physical release, including like the first and second game, which is actually the one that I have. And they also had NES Remix Ultimate on the 3DS as well. And basically, in those games, you had to do these little challenges. Like, you had a selection of games, and you had to do, like, different challenges for each of them. And then you also unlocked, like, remixed versions of those games as well. So, Nintendo World Championships NES Edition seems to be pretty similar to that. I don't think it has, like, the remixed games. It mostly seems to be focused on, like, the challenges themselves, which I guess kind of makes sense, since that was, like, the bulk of NES Remix. And there seems to be, like, either just as many, if not more of them, in, this game. So I think it looks pretty cool, overall. And some of the challenges seem to be, like, a little longer and a little more involved than they were in NES Remix as well. So, I'm kind of glad that they're kind of, emphasizing that kind of, like, challenge aspect of it. And they're also, like, emphasizing speedruns as well, which I think is really cool. I think that's really cool that Nintendo has been kind of catering to that, like, that speedrun side of this game and everything. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I think this is a pretty cool idea and everything. It would have been nice if we got, like, a port of NES Remix, or, like, another, kind of game expanding upon that concept, but this seems to be pretty similar, and I like what they're doing here. I think it's cool that they're kind of doing, like, a new take on it that's kind of based on, like, the Nintendo World Championships. I think that's pretty cool, because they are doing, like, online leaderboards and multiplayer, which aren't really things that NES Remix had. So I think it's pretty cool that they're kind of delving into that a little bit. And the fact that it's kind of tied in with Nintendo World Championships is pretty cool, since that's a really interesting part of Nintendo history. Like, they originally did it back in 1990, and they had, like, a cartridge that they gave out with that ended up being one of the rarest NES cartridges. It's, like, definitely pretty well known if you've been a Nintendo fan for a long time. So I think that's pretty cool, just for the novelty's sake, that they are making, like, technically a new Nintendo World Championships game that has, like, a physical release with it is pretty cool. And the collector's edition they're doing with this is also really cool as well. Like, it includes, like, a replica NES cartridge. I would have preferred if it was, like, an actual NES cartridge that had, like, the actual ROM from Nintendo World Championships 1990. That would have been incredible. But I guess it's still kind of nice that we do have that little collector's piece there. And there's also, like, some pins that comes with it as well. And some art cards. I think they're kind of like the ones that were with Metroid Dread. So I think that's pretty cool that they're doing, like, a nice collector's edition, like, with the physical version and everything. The Japanese version does have, like, some Famicom controllers with it. It's a little disappointing that we didn't get NES controllers with the special edition here, though it is compatible with, like, the NES controllers, which definitely makes a lot of sense and everything. But yeah, I think this is pretty cool overall. I know some people are saying, like, oh, these are really just, like, challenges based on the original games. If you want to play the original games, just play them on NSO. But honestly, I think this has a very similar appeal to, like, something like WarioWare, because 9V micro games tend to be the most popular out of, like, WarioWare, but even though you could, like, technically play the original versions of the games that are featured in WarioWare, it's still fun to play, like, the WarioWare versions of them. So there still is, like, an appeal to playing, like, these, like, special curated challenges and everything, especially that since they have, like, dedicated, like, multiplayer and online leaderboard modes and everything. But yeah, I just think it's pretty cool overall. The only, like, thing I think they should have done here is include more NES games. Since there's only 13, I think they should have included, like, at least 20, because there are a few, like, notable ones that are missing here. Like, Wrecking Crew would have been nice to see, and I think that... I'm not sure if the original Mario Bros. Is included with this as well. I know Donkey Kong is, like, the NES version of that, and also SMB 1 through 3, including Lost Levels, but I think it's kind of weird that the original Mario Bros. Seemingly isn't included with this, but I think it's a decent selection of the games overall. I'm glad that Kirby's Adventure was included, because sometimes Kirby is left out of some, like, Nintendo stuff, so I'm kind of glad that Kirby was included here. But yeah, I think this looks really solid, and I'm looking forward to this. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.